Welcome back to the final episode of Mom's Basement this season. Can you believe it? Super Bowl's over. What a great game. I was absolutely wrong about the outcome, but that's okay. I'm still smart.
You were absolutely wrong about the playoffs in general. I think I kind of owned you this year, Ben.
In the playoffs, I can contest, but you know what? I still said smarter things than you all year. So.
Oh, did you now?
I can almost promise you. I did hit the biggest home run this year.
Oh, with the Bills?
Mm-hmm. Making the 2 seed. I called that week 12.
Yeah, the biggest home run of the year. A seed pick.
Okay, I told them they were going to win the division. I didn't say the seed, but that was at 6-6. That was a pretty bold bet.
We're talking about the Chiefs and the Niners.
Yeah, you're right.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to defend myself is what I'm doing.
Trying to defend your...
He's lucky he didn't have to get Pizza Hut for life.
Ooh.
That is true. That was
Real quick, side note, have you tried the habanero honey Pizza Hut pizza?
I didn't even know that existed.
It exists, and it's delicious.
Habanero
Carry
honey.
on.
Is that like
That
with
sounds
meat?
good.
Huh?
Is that with meat, like chicken or steak or what?
Pepperoni and a bunch of other stuff, yeah.
Habanero honey. Okay. All right. So, Ryan, what did we learn about this year's Super Bowl?
Well, the 49ers gameplay calls were kind of confusing to me. The first couple series, they were using McCaffrey really good, up 10-0, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. I don't understand.
Third quarter, same with the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why do you quit using McCaffrey?
Because they gotta score points. Because Pat's gonna score points, right?
Look, to be honest, statistic-wise, McCaffrey was the leader in rushing and was the leader in catching.
Yeah, but
Okay, the Chiefs shut down the passing
Out of
game.
both teams?
Let's see. He was second against Travis Kelce at 93 yards. He had 80 yards, but he also had one less catch.
McCaffrey is what makes their offense go. And then, it seemed like in the second half, they were trying to get the ball to Samuel, Ayuk, and it just wasn't moving. There's a couple of times they just went 3 and out, punted, whatnot. I was like, McCaffrey's been your bell cow all year. Why quit now?
When teams win the Super Bowl, it's always the quarterback-tight end duo. Okay?
Love it.
The tight end duo for the 49ers with Kittle and Purdy. Kittle was 2 catches, 4 yards.
Wild. That's George Kittle.
Yeah.
He didn't even have any.
He's such a good blocker. Well, we're good. What are you blocking for when they're not giving it to McCaffrey the second half?
The hardest part, though, that Kittle had is when he got hurt that one play that he had to come out, and they had a big play where the tight end was supposed to block, and he didn't block him and ended up with a holding call and putting him back 10 more yards.
Kittle only had, 2 targets, if that? I mean, he had 2 catches, but he only had 2 targets, right? He didn't have any more?
I'm going to double-check that. I didn't write that statistic down because I didn't really pay attention to targets because really all that matters is the catches.
I mean, if you don't even target him, though, you're not going to get catches.
Well, that's true, but 4 yards on 2 catches, he was basically shut down.
And then Deebo Samuel didn't really do much either, and Ayuk had, 4 catches, something like that? I mean...
He had 3 targets. So, I mean, he dropped 1, which, I mean, still doesn't give you a right to say that he should have had more than 2 catches. But
And there's a lot of stuff that could have been cleaned up in that game, too. There was a couple fumbles that the Niners had. There's a fumble that Pacheco had inside the red zone in the first half.
Pacheco was ultimately shut down by the Niners defense. That was the Niners defense.
I really didn't expect that.
Yeah, me neither. The Niners defense really stepped up on the star players. You know what really won it for the Chiefs? It wasn't Mahomes and Kels. It was
that fumble.
It was the wide receiver out of nowhere, Watson. He had some big plays.
First of all, he's a tight end. Second of all, he's been killing it all year.
He has not been.
He has been. He's been Travis
all-star.
Kelce. He's been Travis Kelce because everybody else is guarding Travis Kelce, and Watson gets all those balls.
He's technically...
I've been kind of salty this whole year. I'm like, who the heck is this Watson guy? He gets all the balls Kelce's supposed to get because Kelce's double covered, triple covered.
Yeah, they don't have anybody that could catch, and all of a sudden, I mean, no offense to the Chiefs, but they decided to catch at the right time.
Yeah, no. or Kadarius Toney wasn't in the game, so
Yeah, they kept him inactive the whole playoffs, so...
He did not play in the Super Bowl, I can tell you
No,
that.
yeah, he was inactive for the Super Bowl.
and the game before.
Even MVS had a couple catches.
He did.
That was surprising. The rookie Rice.
You can do
Rice.
it.
Wow, I know that was stuck in my mouth.
I think Rice is gonna be a legit wide receiver 1 for many years to come.
Now the only other thing is Nicole Hardman came back. He was a Jet at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he got traded at the trade deadline.
Okay, he came back to the Chiefs, and that actually helped I think that's what sparked the Chiefs a little bit. But I really am disappointed how the 49ers couldn't win that game. Also, they didn't win that game is because they were not familiar with the rule.
New overtime rules for playoffs this year.
It was
First time it's been affected.
I actually enjoy that new rule. I think it's more fair.
Yeah.
Especially coming, that was created because of my team. Thank you, Josh Allen, for not having a chance to beat Patrick Mahomes that year. I think
always comes back to the Bills, doesn't it, Cody?
This rule was created because of the Bills.
What can you do?
This was created because of the Bills, bro.
And the Chiefs.
Well, it's because of the Bills that was created, because they wanted to see that game continue. That game was the greatest game, I think, in the century. I mean, I haven't seen a better game since. That game was intense. That game was fun to watch. I mean, especially if
Rams Chiefs was pretty sweet. You remember that?
No.
When each team scored like 50 points.
That was a Monday Night Football game.
That was a great game.
The Colts Patriots in 2006 when the Colts came back in the second half down 28-7.
No, I don't remember that either.
Patriots Falcons Super Bowl, the other Super Bowl that Kyle Shanahan lost in overtime.
I remember.
I want to forget that one, but we'll go on.
We want to forget that one. Other things that we learned from the Super Bowl is I don't think Brock Purdy's an elite quarterback. I don't think he deserves to be in the top 10. I can't even believe he was in the discussion for MVP. Now, he doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, I think he led the league in almost every category, except for maybe touchdowns, which Josh Allen. But
that's
Josh Allen also had crazy amount of. He led the league in like almost every passing category.
Yeah.
That's just like thinking Tua's elite because all he does is throw to Tyreek Hill and he runs forever.
That's not it, man.
No, I wouldn't put Brock Purdy in the top 15 quarterbacks next year. If he started for any other team, he wouldn't be. If he played for any other team, he wouldn't be a starter. He's no better than Cam Newton was for the Panthers when Cam Newton made it to the Super Bowl.
Bold take here, Ben.
Very bold take. I don't think he's better than Jimmy G or Sam Howell.
I think he's definitely better than Jimmy G or Sam Howell.
I think if
Are you kidding me?
Sam Howell had his fair share for the Commanders. Put Brock Purdy on the Commanders.
You bite your tongue.
Brock Purdy on the Commanders. I guarantee you he doesn't play over 5 games.
Agree to disagree, I suppose.
I mean, it's all speculation, of course, but there's no way he'd last that long. Now, granted, he was pretty composed for being in the Super Bowl at that young of age and that high of mentality, but that doesn't make you a great quarterback.
I mean, I just don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say. You're in loony Bill.
Great quarterbacks win tough games. Great quarterbacks know all the rules. Great
quarterbacks also lose to Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, like
AKA the new GOAT.
No, wouldn't go that far yet. He's getting there. He's beating Tom Brady. He's starting.
Josh Allen's still in the league.
I didn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I'd like people to understand that I am smart about football. I wouldn't.
Not with the past 5 minutes.
What do you mean the past 5 minutes?
You sound a lot like somebody in this room.
Oh, sorry, Ryan.
Wow. At least my takes are accurate.
Somewhat. Only the ones that you remember.
The only thing.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to get going on that because then I'll get off topic.
What else did you learn from the Super Bowl, Ryan?
I learned that the Chiefs' defense is going to be legit if they need to re-sign Chris Jones. But if they re-sign Chris Jones this offseason, they're going to be legit. That's what helped them get to the playoffs. Their offense struggled throughout the regular season. Their defense stepped up big time. And even in the Super Bowl, they had that 3rd and goal. And Chris Jones rushed right up the middle, got Brock Purdy's face, made him throw it in the end zone over the head, so they had to settle for the field goal in overtime. Did you remember that play?
Yes. I thought I didn't know that was a question. I thought you were continuing to go. Sorry, my bad.
There's I think 95% of that staff and roster on the Chiefs is back next year.
Yeah.
And all of those rookies, young wide receivers that couldn't catch the ball and blah, 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 they're back next year, and they're going to be even better.
I think the only starters that aren't under contract for next season is Chris Jones and Snead, which they need to re-sign both of those.
I don't know if it was Snead. Maybe it is Snead, but there was somebody else.
Yeah, I do want you have to give credit where credit's due. I think the coaching staff of the Kansas City Chiefs actually made that defense better than what it is.
Spagnuolo got another extension. Mm-hmm. Crazy, nobody wants him as a head coach. They just says, all right, yeah, I'll go back to the Chiefs. Screw it.
Well, a lot of reason the Chiefs won that game, too, is they outcoached the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan got outcoached.
Well, they also knew the rules, and they were in
That's
that situation
part of coaching,
before.
too, yeah.
100%. But I will tell you that Kyle Shanahan requested the ball or wanted the ball because he already knew Mahomes was going to score a touchdown, which he said that in the interview, and which blows my mind that they ended up kicking a field goal in overtime. If you knew he was going to score a touchdown, you have to score that touchdown. You got to go for it.
Well, did you hear the interview that the 49ers offensive lineman gave about missing that block on Chris Jones?
There was a lot of missed holding calls in that game on both sides. There was only one holding call when there should have been probably 15 to 20.
The
Let
49ers.
the boys play.
And they did. And I don't discredit the refs on this one at all.
I don't remember the guard's name that missed the block, but he came out and said that he missed that assignment because he was hungover.
No way.
I'm serious.
He said that? Did you see that on TikTok?
He said that. It was legit.
Was
On
that deep
TikTok?
fake AI?
He apologized to his team.
Where did you find that?
It was an
information?
interview. It was on, where did I see it?
Don't say TikTok.
It wasn't TikTok.
Don't say Facebook.
It was
Fox News? No, I'm
No,
playing.
I think it was X, aka Twitter.
Okay.
But it was a legit source. I don't remember who the Twitter handle name it was on.
That's wild.
But that one block, it cost him a lot of points. But
Chris
it didn't
Jones was in the
cost him
backfield a
game.
lot too. So I mean, if
Both teams.
if that dude wasn't hungover, would he have blocked Chris Jones better?
I think if you want to win a Super Bowl, you shouldn't be hungover to begin with, and you need to be focused on the game. If that is actually true, which I can't see a player being hungover that bad that a coach is going to let him play.
Some people are good at hiding it, Ben.
Their curfews are they're good at hiding it, but their curfews and what they have to go through, I don't know. That
And
doesn't seem right.
what do you think about the old Travis Kelce shove on Andy Reid there?
I think that was terrible. Honestly, that was a very bad move on his part. That probably ruined a lot of respect for him. Being Taylor Swift's boyfriend, you really need to be prominent and well liked by the people, and that is not going to make you well liked by the people.
I think it was a heat of the moment thing. Like if he didn't have a good relationship with Andy Reid, I'd think that would went totally different. But they both understand.
He wouldn't have played the rest of the game if it wasn't anybody but Andy Reid.
Andy Reid and Travis Kelce have a really good relationship, and Andy Reid knew what was going on, so it was okay.
That's a sign that he might be a little aggressive. You know, he could be the next. Who is that?
What are you gonna say, Ben? What are you gonna
biggest
say?
whack.
He's the next Dahmer. What are you gonna say?
He's not Bobby Brown.
He could Taylor Swift, watch out with that outburst on his coach. Like
This is bull snot propaganda.
It's all in competitive nature.
Yeah, you've never played a sport before.
I've never hit anybody over it. I've never hit my coach.
He didn't hit Andy Reid.
He bumped Andy
He
Reid
said,
and
"Yeah,
almost
you like
knocked
ketchup
over.
and mustard on your burger."
No, he
So
did not say that.
If you know that you're the best weapon on the offense, like receiving wise, and they have the ball in the red zone, and the coach takes you out on the field, off the field, wouldn't you be frustrated too?
Especially after Pacheco fumbles the ball near at the goal line.
Yeah, that was a play that Pacheco fumbled, and he was frustrated that he wasn't even on the field when that happened.
There's a reason he wasn't on the field. The play that was called was not him. He was mad at the play call. He was mad that he wasn't on the field. Either way, he was shut down, double teamed. Like if you take him off the field, they don't know where the ball's going to go.
Also, either way, this is football. People love each other. You can't tell me no different that they don't have mutual respect, and it's the heat of the moment.
They already said that in the interview. Like that part's done, but it's all about the respect during the game. You got to hold your composure. You got to hold your composure. It's no different than being drunk on the field. I mean, being hungover, that's just disrespectful to your team and disrespectful to anybody that you play with.
But we don't know the situation. Like there could be hundreds of times during the regular season that players are hungover too that we don't know. So I mean,
I guarantee it.
yeah.
Also, I don't think this is that big of a deal. This has been a big deal. Was a big deal for a day or two after the game.
Yeah,
and nobody cares anymore.
I never heard about it until today.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't hear that he was hungover. No, I didn't.
Oh no, not the hungover thing. I'm talking about the Travis Kelce thing.
Oh, the Travis Kelce thing is going to get blown way out of proportion.
It's not that big.
It has, and it's already done.
It's not that big a deal to me. It really isn't.
What's the bigger news is during the celebration.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, poor Kansas City. The two
That
teenagers.
sucks.
Two teenagers.
Yeah.
Man.
That sucks.
Yep. Yeah, there's not enough.
Even
to
more
say.
motivation, fuel to the fire for the tree Pete.
Oh,
Let's go tree Pete, but also Skull.
Also, school. They can lose to they could beat the Vikings in the Super Bowl. You'd be happy with that.
I would very much not, but I respect greatness.
Well, if the Minnesota Vikings had a quarterback, they could make the playoffs. So
And that leads us into. We'll talk to you all next week.
Yeah, talk to you next season. We're gonna.
Only 200 days till football.
There's more than that.
Maybe like 202.
Well, unless you count the draft. The draft will be pretty exciting this year.
Actual meaningful football.
The draft is meaningful because really the Bears are going to control
Football,
the draft.
Ben, the game.
The game of football is controlled by the draft. You have to have players. You have to have a cap. You have to have salary. You
Yeah.
have to have
Going over
players.
his head or something.
Unbelievable.
the Bears, I think the Bears are the most interesting team in that.
Well, the Bears are
They
controlling
could,
the draft.
They
right now.
control the first round.
It
sure.
sucks that neither of them were in the Super Bowl.
Neither the Bears or who.
Yeah, we're talking about the Bears.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. I'm trying to keep it on topic.
Cody's hungover from last week, guys.
Yeah.
From work today. Anything else you want to add about the Super Bowl? Were you happy with the Super Bowl? Is this a Super Hey, buddy, it's okay.
Bozeman hated the Super Bowl, apparently.
Bozeman. Hey, stop. You're good. It's just
I,
people. Hey, it's Laura. You stop it.
He
I was
said,
happy.
I heard you talking crap about Travis Kelce. You talk about my man.
Hey, come here. Good. Just relax. Sit.
Anything else, Ryan?
Yeah, I was happy with the outcome of the Super Bowl. Mahomes is going to get a few more. He's already beaten Brady's record before Brady was 30. He's on pace to. I don't think he's going to play till he's 45 like Brady did, though. But Mahomes, Chiefs, all I got to say is I was right, Ben was wrong.
Bada boom.
Sounds about right. No, I'm starting to think the Chiefs are the next Patriots dynasty, and I don't like that. And I will always bet against them.
You just need to admit that I know more about football than you've been.
That's what I was waiting for you to say.
We'll see. We can continue to see. You've lost almost every bet but 3 this year. so-
No, I've won a lot of bets this year.
How many notes are still in the bucket that you owe? Like 3?
It's just for yeah. I owe $10. I owe $10.
15.
Oh, big money, big money.
$15. My bad. How many bets did we make throughout the year?
I think we made about 15.
And one every week, right?
Nope. You did not win every week. That's why you still owe.
No, I said we made one bet every week, right?
Till about week 14. Then we stopped doing that. About when Cody started coming around. We made pizza bets,
Yeah.
food bets. I lost a couple of those. We were about even.
And
We
you
were
owe-
about even on the bets.
And you owe me 2 blizzards.
Oh, I owe your daughter a blizzard.
You owe my daughter a blizzard. She's excited about it.
Yeah, I got a call Monday morning. The Chiefs won. Haha, sucker. You owe me a blizzard.
Suck on that.
He's not lying either. She did. That's the first thing she asked when she woke up Sunday morning to get ready for school.
Yep, and then so I told her that Dairy Queen in Indiana has shut down officially, and they're moving out of Indiana. Made her cry on our way to school.
We are officially a Culver's family.
Ben made my daughter cry. Can you believe that?
Oh my God, bad person.
It's all about football. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. All right, well, till next season, we will talk to you guys soon about the next football upcoming season. Closer to the draft time, we will see you, and thanks for listening to Mom's Basement.